Hi, I'm David Hutcherson from thepowerofparttime.tv, and in today's video we're going to talk about building a part-time business, the 6 steps you need to build a part-time business, aka a side hustle. So pay attention. Right, first, let's take a look at this. We're going to compare building a part-time business to building a building. They're almost exactly the same thing. Okay, probably not, but you'll get the analogy. This is it. Step number one, you want to know why do you want to build a part-time business. This is very essential because there's a lot of ways to make money, and hopefully money is not your ideal factor to do that. Because if you're looking for a cakewalk, you might as well want to get another job or just keep working a 9 to 5 because that's actually one of the hardest ways to make money. So you definitely want to know why you're building a business. Just like you're going to build a building, why do you want to build the building? Are you looking at to do it for commercial reasons, for living, for manufacturing, and things like that? Because why do you want to build this business? Just like why do you want to build a building? The first step you could take in analyzing why you want to do that is the 5 why strategy. You want to ask yourself why 5 times to break it down to essentially the core, because you're going to need this to push you forward to propel. Because just like building a building, you're going to dig a hole. People are going to look at you funny. They're going to say, why are you doing this? Why are you spending your time to do this? Why are you committing so much effort to this and not seeing the results? Because a lot of people are work, get paid, work, get paid. When you're building a business, it's going to be work, get paid. And so what you want to do is know why you're doing this. One way to look at it is like this. Let's say, hey, you want to make more money, is essentially why you want to do it. But really, why do you want to make more money? Well, actually, you want to make more money so you can leave your job. Why do you want to leave your job? Well, you want to leave your job so you can have more time. Why do you want to have more time? So you got to spend more time with your kids. Then why do you want to have more time with your kids? Because you don't want your kids to feel left out like you did when your dad wasn't at home or anything like that. Having a really strong why will really propel you and help you go forward when you're building this business part-time. Step number 2 is you want to do your homework. Just like you're building a business, you're going to build a building, you want to research the land. You want to know what type of arena are you getting into? What type of soil are you going to build your business on top of? What type of soil are you going to build your building on top of? What's going on in the area? What did other people do when they were building similar buildings? Same thing you want to do with your business. Thanks to the interwebs and Google, you now have a mass amount of information, an abundant amount of information. So what you want to do is tap into that information, and it's going to help you collapse time frames. There's nothing new under the sun. Very little is new under the sun, actually, I should say. But you actually want to look at different businesses, individuals, and information that have done exactly what you're going to do. And then that way you can model your business after it. So please make sure that you collapse your time frame by diving into these research. You really want to know about the industry, you want to know about the market, and you want to know the ups and the downs. That way you can avoid certain pitfalls and actually excel in certain areas where other people excel at. Do your research, but don't get stuck into this phase. This is one of the things that a lot of people do. Get stuck in a research mode. Don't get stuck in research mode. You just want to get enough information to get you started and then move forward from there. The next step is now you want to develop a plan. This is your plan of what you want to do to make your business go to the next level. If you're building a building, what you would do is actually have a blueprint made. This is how you exactly want your building to look. Everything from the nooks and crannies, the beginning to the end. Always, like Stephen Covey said, begin with the end in mind. Know where you want to go. That way you can lay out a plan to do that. Your plan wants to include timelines and action steps. And one of the most important things that you really want to focus on in the beginning is actually how to attract and retain customers. So focus your plan on that. Sometimes people can get overwhelmed with thinking they need a 100-page business plan. Yes, that's useful, but your plan initially, you want to learn how to attract and retain customers. That is really the difference between having a good idea and a good business, is having customers and actually getting paid. The 4th step is execute. Now it is time to put the pedal to the metal, and this is where the tire hits the pavement. You have to put into action your plan. Very important. Very important. It's like if you were building a building. You have laid your foundation. You have a big hole in the ground. Now it's time to start building upon that foundation and going forward. And the only way you can build is by taking action. And you want to get to this action step as soon as possible. This is trying to attract and retain customers now. Again, You built up a plan for that. Now your most important step is to attract and retain customers. Execute that. You're not building a website necessarily, spending all that time, or getting uh, letterheads or thinking about designs and logos. I mean, all that stuff come later. Get into action, test out and validate your idea. And the only way you can do that is by taking action. Now, in taking this action, one thing you have to understand, this is part-time. So you're going to have to now take consistent and persistent action. That's really the key. No matter what the time frame is, it's the consistency and the persistency that's going to really make the difference in building your business. So now you have to make a combination of your nights, your days, early morning, late nights, your breaks, weekends, whatever time you have, it has to be dedicated to taking action. No more planning at this point. You just want to take as much action as possible. Step number 5 is now you want to reevaluate what you've done. You have taken some action and now it's time to reevaluate. Some of your best learning actually comes through experience. That's why you want to get to the action part as fast as possible in your execution stage. Now that you got some information, now evaluate and see how you can improve that. You really want to constantly be in a state of constant and forever improvements, similar to Kaizen. Constant improvement. That's how you become better and better. It does not matter how big or small or minute even that improvement is, but as long as you're getting better each step of the way, it will essentially ensure that your business propels. So now you want to look back at your information, see what you have done, even seek counsel and say, hey, this is what I've done, this is what I've accomplished, this is where I'm trying to go. Is this the best path to get there? I have a baseline I like to keep in place of 3 months typically, because you don't want to try something and cut it off too soon. Of course, you have to be a business owner and make that decision yourself, but typically about 3 months is a pretty good time frame because you want to give everything enough time to run its course. You want to have enough data to look back at it. You don't want to try something for 3 days and say it doesn't work. Well, you don't really know how it works. You have to lay again that foundation even in your action steps. So give it time and then reevaluate it, and then this way you can move forward. And step number 6 is essentially repeat steps 3 through 5. You just want to constantly take action after you reevaluate, take action, reevaluate, take action, reevaluate. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you really just want to make improvements. And it's the combined effort, the compound effort of all your improvements that will essentially take your business and put it on the top floor. Your building will go from 1 floor to 2 floors to 3 floors to 4 floors, just like your business will go from a couple $100s, a couple $1,000s to possibly even millions of dollars. So you just have to constantly improve and constantly seeking this improvement and taking these actions, reevaluating, taking action, reevaluating, reaching out, getting mentorship, getting some type of form of expertise to look at what you're doing, and will help you get to the next level. And those are the 6 steps to build a part-time business. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you found this information pretty good, make sure you stop by thepowerparttime.tv and become a VIP member, where you get VIP access to information, early information, exclusive webinars. You get interviews with dozens and dozens of entrepreneurs who've been in your exact same seat, who are done well right now. And also, just a place to have fun. Join a community. Become a 5 to 9 warrior. We all work together because freedom is always worth the fight. Now stay successful, my friends, and see you later. Later. Well, that's it. The 6 steps necessary to build a part-time business. Hopefully this information was very useful. Hope you enjoyed it. Stop by the www